When I sent it to Bill Montgomery, he came back with the most ridiculous email where he cited, his sources that he cited were so obscure, it's almost like he just thought, I'm going to send this, and she's not going to read it or pay attention to it. She's just going to go, ooh, I don't have time for this. Or maybe he thinks I'm going to go get stoned. I don't know. Forget it. I'm going to pay attention to the stuff you say. And when you say it, guess what? If it doesn't wash, we've got to talk about it. Well, it didn't wash. It's horrible. I sent his email to the chairman of the campaign. I sent his email to a couple people that can use it later, just so you know. And, you know, this information, our information is solid, your information is ridiculous. You're referring to things that Kevin Sabbath says. We all know who Kevin Sabbath is now. The top prohibitionist in the country. I'm sorry, Bill. It just doesn't wash. Southwest Cannabis Conference came. It was absolutely a beautiful show. Anybody here that had anything to do with it, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It was beautiful. Bill Montgomery in the paper called us cartel members, drug users. He called us names. I was hurt. I'm done with Bill Montgomery. I decided he's not my friend. That's right. Are you clapping? In the end, a prohibitionist is a prohibitionist, and I don't know what he's working for. I'm not really sure. He must be an enemy of health and safety, too. So, with that said, for his complete ignorance of fact and distortion of truth, MomForce AZ names Maricopa County Bill Montgomery Arizona's 2015 prohibition.
I would have expected her to tie with Sheila Polk.
Well, you know, and some people really wanted to, they said, what about Sheila? And oh, Sheila. I did, I wanted
Sheila.
to. I want, Sheila. Yes, I'm sorry, there's a song like that. I wanted to elect Sheila, but you know, I thought with everything that Bill's done and with all the lives that he is, he's been messing with for the last few years, well, I wasn't paying attention. Because I was scared, because I didn't know that I should stand up, because I didn't know how many things he was doing to my friends and what was going on out there, because there's only so much all of us can do. Now that I know, I'm paying attention to every single thing he does. Now with the information we have, I can't let him get away with anything, and neither should any of you. So, going forward. You know, I had a really good year with another different politician here in Arizona. This guy, Sheriff Joe Arpaio, believe it or not, it was absolutely amazing. The day I met him, it's about 2 years ago on the Capitol, opening day at the Capitol, I ran into Sheriff Joe, and my friend Karina said, go take a picture with him. I was like, are you kidding? So what that is that's a friend encouraging another friend to take a chance, and look at what that chance has brought. That chance has brought so much. So many people, I'm sure, so many of our senior friends have turned their heads because Sheriff Joe was good enough to listen. He was good enough to listen to this information, to take in the Arizona report, to meet with my friends, my senior friend from Sun City, with my other friend who is a recent graduate of one of our Maricopa County high schools, who told him about the heroin use. My friend from Sun City told him about what the seniors that are being prescribed. And he said, you know what? I'll come and talk at your thing, at one of your seminars. And we took the opportunity. So we're really happy that he came. It's pretty amazing. He's taken in all the information, and well, you know, it's not like we've gotten a full endorsement, but he's listening. And that's what's important. And not only that, he took a stand and actually showed up at one of our events. Just by taking that stand, I felt he took a stand for honesty. For honesty, because this is something that, while his hands are probably very tied politically, it's a really weird situation we're all in, especially someone like him who's been with the DEA for, gosh, 50 years or something. The man stood up for this because he knows we're saving lives. He knows that I'm here for the honest reasons to save lives. So he wrote this to me, thanks for saving our children. For me, that's one of the highest honors I could get as in this position. So, for valor in the face of politics and standing up for health, truth, and safety, MomForce AZ names Maricopa County Sheriff Joe Arpaio Arizona's bravest elected official. Sun City, but he made some very important points, you guys. He said, I care deeply about America's veterans and their well-being and their health. I do believe medical marijuana is a medicine that's helping people. I believe doctors should be able to write a prescription for this just like any other medicine. He supports states' rights, but most of all, he commended all of us for standing up for what we believe in. So I urge you guys, you're here with me tonight, get up, stand up, it's time. 2016 is our year. This is the one. If you've ever felt like standing up and speaking out, this is the time. I'm supporting the campaign. I'm supporting cannabis. I signed both initiatives. Look at whatever gets on the ballot, I'm okay with that. Let's just support cannabis. Let's never say no. Let's support everything. We need you. We need you very much. And don't drink and drive, for heaven's sake, because I don't want any of you to lose your life because this alcohol is poison. It's poison and deadly, and 1,800 college kids lose their lives every year from over drinking. Don't get in the car and drive. None of us deserve to die for that. We're going to have a happy holiday, a happy, safe holiday. We know alcohol is worse than cannabis. We absolutely know this. Let's speak out. It's time to use the good information that you guys have and speak out. Speaking of that, if there's anybody here who would like to speak out and speak up tonight, this is your moment. Put your hand in the air. Come on up. Come on up, John. Come on up. Everybody give a round of applause for John.
Just a quick note, my name is John and I work in public safety as a firefighter paramedic for over 10 years. I've been on thousands and thousands of the worst calls that you can ever imagine. Thousands. How many do you think were involved with cannabis? Actually one. One call. It was a mother who caught her teenager smoking marijuana, and as we did our medical interview, we asked him if he had any medical complaints. He replied, I'm a little hungry. So alcohol by far, I've been on, again, thousands and thousands of the worst calls. And alcohol was directly involved, if not, the contributing factor to it. But not one medical call was related to marijuana. I just thought that would be useful information for everybody.
Absolutely. Our firefighters, our paramedics, even our police, they all know when you talk to them on an individual basis, they kind of really know what's a safer choice. Is there anybody else that would like to throw in some 2 cents tonight? Come up. Sure. Come on up. Everybody give Ida a big round of applause.
Hi.
All right.
My name is Ida. I'm also known as Granny 2 of the 420 Grannies. You can find us on Facebook, and our webpage is soon to be opening up. Okay, so what I want to tell you is briefly that in 2012 I moved out to Arizona for one thing so that I could get cannabis. I had a heart attack in 2005. I was zapped back to life. Well, I had the heart attack on the 17th, the 18th, and the 19th. And on the 18th, I was zapped back to life. Twice. Not fun. So I decided that I didn't like the medications I was on because the heart medications caused this problem, that problem, that problem, that problem. And I ended up starting out with 90 Lortabs a month. I went to 120 Lortabs a month. I went to 150 Lortabs a month. I went to 180 Lortabs a month. I started out at 87 pounds, which was, I'm only 4'11" 3/4". Okay, so 87 pounds for the age I was at the time was a very good weight. When I was at the 180 Lortabs plus the Robaxin plus all of the other medications, I was 190 pounds. I was a weeble wobble, but they don't fall. Alright, so I moved back to Arizona in 2012. I got my cannabis card. And my cholesterol started going down. So they lowered my cholesterol. And then my blood pressure started going down. And the biggest move was my weight went down, and I'm now down to 120 pounds. So I'm kind of excited about that. But I had also a problem called a cyst in my spine. It started in the S1, and it had worked its way all the way up to the S3 and was getting ready to move. My legs went numb all the time. I couldn't walk. I got a handicap sticker. I could walk, but I couldn't guarantee that I was going to stay on my feet. My last MRI after using cannabis, because none of the other medications, none of the shots in the back, none of the draining of the cysts, none of that other stuff worked. After using cannabis, my last MRI said that it might be at the S1, but they could hardly find it. Now, my problem is that when we go to vote for cannabis, 63% of seniors my age vote no. And so what we need to do is we need to, like Kathy's doing, we need to go out to the seniors and we need to educate the seniors. We need to let them know that they can get rid of all this medication. You guys know what a shoebox size is for about a size 10 shoe? Okay, that was the medications that I was taking. I carry 2 with me now. I carry an aspirin and I carry a bottle of nitrile spray just in case the old tigger decides to kick me in the ass again. Excuse me. But my last cholesterol is probably better than this young man's right here. I don't take any cholesterol medications anymore. I don't take any Lortabs anymore. I don't take any Coreg anymore. I don't take any of those medications. I just take aspirin to help thin my blood. But we need to educate the seniors. We need to teach them. We need to get that 62% negative, and we need to turn it around to a 62% positive.
Not only is that one of our greatest it is our greatest voting block. We can heal people on an individual basis. We can help these people. So this outreach has been absolutely phenomenal. So we're helping heal people, and we're helping our vote and our mandate for the future. Because what we didn't have was a mandate last time. We only won by less than 5,000 votes when we got our medical rights. Now because of that, people like Bill Montgomery have felt like it's okay to keep picking at us and picking at us. And the reason that guys like Montgomery get away with the stuff that they do is because we don't stand up and tell him that he can't. So it's up to us to stand up, tell him that he can't do the things he's doing, because honestly, it's kind of a one-man show. You got this guy, you got the people at MomForce, they're up there in Yavapai, he's down here. There's not a heck of a lot of people that really agree with him. And if we can educate those people, and we can help them understand what this medicine is doing for people, then perhaps the people that aren't budging, like Bill Montgomery, will have to come around because the people will demand it. Is there anyone else that has anything to say tonight? Thank you, Ida, so much for your wonderful testimony. Anyone? Are we ready? Ready to be set free and have some parties and fun? Thank you. Thank you all for coming out. Don't clap yet. We're going to take a break. If by chance we're still hanging around and we want to do anything later, what's coming up next month? We might dabble in this a little later if you guys are still hanging around. We're going to be doing cannabis trivia. Why? Because it's just fun. Dave and I went out to Yavapai. We went to Cottonwood. And after we went to this adorable bar called the Riot down in Cottonwood, which we actually love.
Right in Old Town.
What is Riot? Right in Old Town is the reason. What a fun place. And they had trivia night. And so I credit them. We watched the trivia night, we participated, and I thought, you know what, we can do that at our meeting. So next month, every third Tuesday, we're going to be in here, we're going to do cannabis trivia. But most importantly, we're going to take apart the PDFs from MomForce and Arizonans For Responsible Drug Policy, because I was sent a ridiculous PDF of their 4-page newsletter from Arizonans For Responsible Drug Policy, which, you know, you get these newsletters and you think, what can I do about this? This is ridiculous information. Well, at our meetings, we're going to go over that information, we're going to decipher it and find out why they posted it. And we're going to combat that information right here on our film so that we can send it around to Arizona during the month and people can get the real information that Arizonans for Responsible Drug Policy won't give them. That and MomForce, they've got a newsletter as well, so we'll probably pick that apart a little bit. We'll do some cannabis trivia, but it will be on the third Tuesday of the month, every month, right here in this room. We hope you guys will join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be an amazing year, you guys. An amazing year. So please do join us. Thank you for coming out. Let's have some fun. Go get some drinks and let's eat and have fun. So thank you for